Hi guys, today we'll look at a scenario in which France and Germany goes to war. After tensions rose over control of the Saarland because France started claiming they own the Saarland, causing a big border dispute. Germany states that the Saarland does not belong to France. France attacks Germany, pushing up into the Saarland and pushing up into the Rhineland. They set up a front line along the Rhine. And so at this time it looks like this. France prepares for an offensive to cross the Rhine River. With many troops, they attempt to cross, to no success. But eventually, they crack through German defenses here and go behind it. Leading to German defenses crumbling. France builds a bridge to cross it. Germany quickly bombs that bridge. Many countries support Germany. Germany sets up a new defensive here. But France past the Rhineland is harder to defend because this lies the great European plain up here. Many countries are not happy with this. Britain sends aid to Germany. Belgium, France, trying to gain the upper hand, crosses to here to get more troops in. And into Luxembourg. With this, they control more of a front line to get troops in. They then invade the Netherlands because it gives them more access to Germany. They quickly take the capital of the Netherlands and set up, and they cross into Hanover. Push far into Hanover, half into Hanover. German forces prepare for a pushback of French forces. France encircles Hamburg, and the Battle of Hamburg begins with more forces headed up. German defenses break a bit, push up, surrounding the city of Kiel in Germany. With the battles of Kiel being a French victory, but German forces in Hamburg would not surrender and kept fighting. making France have to pull troops back. But they still keep fighting. And then Germany pushes them back here. A major counter offensive is made. And they're pushed away from the city of Hamburg and towards Oldenburg. Germany surrounds French forces here using a strategy it developed called the German with many Germans here and here fighting back as guerrilla fighters do in the Rhine region, which they quickly push down. French troops are getting demoralized with Germans pushing them back. This is around the time that Germany calls on Britain. They start landing in Normandy again. And they take the beachhead. Which is really successful. And with this, French troops are pulling away from Germany. I mean, historical rivalries. If we followed historical rivalries, well, France would get help from here, which I see as possible. But if Spain did this, Spain refuses the ultimatum to join, saying that they will if the favor of the war shifts. This is also then intercepted, which leads to Britain asking Spain. It's intercepted the plan that France had for an invasion of Switzerland. Then another message is intercepted, which is Spain accepting a plan to invade Portugal without note. But it was intercepted days, like 34 days before it actually happened. So British troops about now are right about here. Which Spain does not know that Britain intercepted it. So they keep pushing. It is at this time British troops meet up with Portuguese troops and they push Spain back. Galicia and Catalonia declare independence. And join the blue team, which meets up with Portuguese troops. Catalonia manages to start a push into Spain. With this distraction, Britain's landing gets bigger and expands. France starts pulling troops back away from Germany, which leads to Germany taking back the northern part of the Netherlands. With the taking of the northern part of the Netherlands going to success, well, this is what the front lines look like. British troops then plan a landing here and here. With this many British troops landing in. With Britain pushing deeper here, securing these lands. With French troops losing morale as they are starting to lose. Many French troops are pushed out of Luxembourg and Belgium, which are liberated. Belgium and Luxembourg are liberated, and the rest of Germany is liberated. Germany, seeing that the easiest way to enter is through Belgium, they push down. And this is where the north coast is taken of France. Along the while, Spain is kicked out of Portugal. Portugal starting to make an offensive. And Germany pushes into Alsace-Lorraine quickly. And this is what starts happening. They push up into the Pyrenees Mountains, but they get stopped in the Pyrenees Mountains. And they have an offensive like that. Britain manages to take Brittany, the rest of Brittany. France still, but Italy takes this as an opportunity. Take lands that once owned. Well, never owned officially, but former states did. And this is about where the capital Paris is. And this is about Madrid. Look at the Battle of Paris, in which troops come out behind the city like this. Troops come out here, and they have an encirclement made. More troops are sent. The center of Paris is taken. Battle of Paris continues, which leads to an easy pushback. With this pushback out of Paris, French troops lose a lot of morale. Italian troops start an offensive into the Alpine region of France, successfully pushing, taking the city of Nice and Marseille. Catalonia manages to successfully split France and Spain apart. And then the Battle of Madrid starts. After encircling it, they start a major offensive in. Take the center of the city and push up, taking the rest of the city quickly. With this, morale is completely lost. So low that soldiers are refusing to fight. And when nobody's fighting for you, how do you expect to win? You can't. Spain crumbles. And the Basque region is happy when they're taken, claiming as they don't claim as occupation, but they claim as liberation. Spain falls after the troops stopped fighting for Spain. France, on the other hand, states that they will never surrender. with Switzerland saying that they can use Switzerland as an invasion point. Take Corsica. They cross the Pyrenees, and the southern coast of France starts to fall. France starts crumbling. A rebellion wanting peace breaks out. The Allies keep invading France. The peace forces push, which forms New France. A treaty is signed with them. Brittany shall become a constituent state in the United Kingdom. Normandy shall also become a constituent state in Britain. And they will call it Brittany Normandy. About what they look like. And then they annex a bit more land. So these states get a bit more land. France loses a big chunk of land there. The Basque people gain independence along with part of France. Basque people. Catalonia gains a large chunk of the coast. And then these lands from France. Italy gains the rest of its former territories. Well, Geneva territories, not Geneva, whatever they're called. But the territories that were gave to France. Britain takes these lands from Spain. Portugal takes these lands. Porto Galicia is made. Many Spanish people move into the new Republic of Spain. Load stay out of its borders. And these countries are done with the treaty so far. Germany takes these lands back. Belgium takes these lands. The new France government is very fascist, very extreme. It's more so, it's a nationalistic nation. And this is what it now looks like after the war. France losing lots of land because Germany got allies. Germany looks like that. If Germany didn't get allies, well, Germany would have lost, but they got Britain. Britain is strong. Just like France, the strongest military in Europe, besides Russia, but Russia is not performing as well as it should. France did not perform well. That's the end of this video. Thank you for viewing. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please remember to like and subscribe.